Hello, fellow Rams. I'm entertainment anchor Gabe Pocrass. I've got all the entertainment your little Rammy hearts desire. So let's get started. The cold weather is right around the corner. New Belgium and Ben Jerry's have teamed up to create a new beer for the cold months ahead. Here is this week's Beer Me with a sweet twist. All right, let's dive right in. Tell me about the New Belgium Ben Jerry's beer.
So yeah, this has kind of been a really fun project for us. We, about 8 months ago, we posted a picture on Instagram of a beer float, so ice cream with beer poured over it. And the guys at Ben Jerry's reached out and they're like, hey, that's cool, why isn't it Ben Jerry's? And we said, well, that's a good point. So we started talking, and we're like, well, let's make a beer. And they're like, well, let's make an ice cream. And let's have the proceeds go to Protect Our Winters, which is actually an organization that works to bring awareness around climate change. And so we basically have been, we're going to donate probably close to $100,000 to that campaign, Protect Our Winters. And the beer itself is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
You can see we've got some of that Ben & Jerry's branding on there.
Yep. Oh, of course.
Yep, and the old New Belgium logo, of course. But the beer, we started with the beer first. And
but they created an ice cream for the beer, and you created the beer from the ice cream they created?
It's kind of a chicken and egg thing, but basically we created the beer first.
Okay.
And with the beer, basically we had our assistant brewmaster, Grady, go ahead and try to make a brown ale. Okay. This is called Salted Caramel Brownie Brown Ale. Okay. And so in this beer you have caramel malts, you have chocolate malts that give you some of those roasty, chocolatey flavors. There's also vanilla bean and chocolate nibs in there, so you have true chocolate in there.
Yeah, ice cream flavors all over.
And the salt that's in there, actually, it doesn't come across as salt on your palate, but salt is like a flavor enhancer. So you're going to taste the chocolate a little more deeply because of the salt that's in the beer.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so kind of a little bit of a dilator, a flavor enhancer.
Yeah.
So we created the beer, and we shipped it by the gallon back to the flavor guru at Ben & Jerry's, a guy named Eric, who's a wonderful guy. And he kept tasting, and saying, I think you've nailed it. And then we did a very concentrated version of this beer for those guys to mix into their ice cream. And so now there's a caramel salted brownie ice cream that they're making. And the best thing in the world, and I don't have it with me today, is to dump the ice cream in there and the beer over the top.
Oh, I bet.
And you go to town from there.
And do a little beer float.
Yeah, and you would think that would be very sweet, but actually it's not like having root beer and ice cream. You know, the beer's got a little bit of hop to it, so it's a little more bitter, a little more dry. Okay. And it kind of knocks the sweetness off of that, so it's definitely an adult float, which is pretty cool.
Do they turn it over and leave the bottle in there? Is that like that? Or do they just...
I guess you could, yeah.
Like
depends on what you're getting into. But no, basically what I've seen is like a big scoop in there and then a float, like a 50-50 deal. Okay. You can take it in a lot of different
So the options are endless? Is that what
I think so, yeah.
I like it. So tell us, where can you get it?
This beer right now is available in all of our markets, so basically in close to 40 states.
Okay, so you spread it across all the other New Belgium ones?
Yeah, we did, yeah. So, but here in town, I mean, you can get this at probably just about any bottle shop in town, and it's on draft now. Okay. So, and certainly down here in the tasting room at the brewery. And then we'll see. Everybody was excited on their side and our side to do something else again down the road, so we'll see. Basically very approachable beers. This one is a little bit big. It's about 6.2%.
Oh, wow.
So it's got a little wolf to it.
Cool. Well, it's for a good cause and it's a good beer.
Yeah.
So, yeah, thank you for doing this. I appreciate it.
Oh, my pleasure, man.
Yeah.
That beer was delicious. New Belgium's Ben & Jerry seasonal collaboration will be in stores for at least the winter months, so make sure to grab one. But only if you're 21. Like me. Aw, snap! All right, well, that's all the time we have for you tonight. Have a great weekend, Rams. Don't forget to watch our CTV shows next week. We only have a few more shows left this semester, and that is sad. But have a good one. Good night.